Welcome to another week here inside the Sports Building, a show that at least at the time of this broadcast has as many wins as Florida State. Look at us. College power. Start the music, John. John.
Live from a city in Southern California, you're in the Sports Building with Daniel West.
Is he okay? Announcer man okay. It is indeed Sports Building time. You have entered the Sports Building, and thank you for doing so. If you want to become a permanent member of said Sports Building, you can, subscribe online. TheSportsBuilding.com. That's right, John. We have a new web address, TheSportsBuilding.com. All right. Also, you can go to informalprogram.com. It leads to the same place, but we prefer TheSportsBuilding.com. You can subscribe there. YouTube at Sports Building. We got that domain, John. For all the mess I give Dave and John, they have stepped up this week, and they have brought together truly a great array of talent, a great array of web domains. I don't think we've done Instagram yet, but you can find us now at Sports Building on YouTube, at Dan West Radio on Instagram, and, of course, thesportsbuilding.com. All right. Without further ado, it's time to start the show as we have every Saturday for the past week. It's time for the Sports Building Sports Flash. This is where you play the imaging for the Sports Building Sports Flash, John. There we go. It's time for the Sports Building Sports Flash. This week, as always, brought to you by water. Now, the battle for hydration is a daily fight, and that's why you need to combat with water. Water is like a troop. Water is like a general. Water is the nurse. Water is everything. Water can be the whole military. You can try water. My water's over there. I'm not going to. You want to grab the water? No, I don't want to grab the water because then people see like what pants I'm wearing and then it gets weird and then I don't need that on the internet. Anyway, I don't have it in front of me. I have water over there, but you can get it pretty much anywhere you get liquids. Water, proud sponsor, the official liquid of Sports Building. In college football news and college athletics news, Tennessee, the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, has announced a 10% fee on top of tickets that will go directly to student athletes. You can also give a higher percentage by just selecting the percentage when they flip the iPad around when you enter the stadium. We have a trade in the world of NASCAR. Do we have trade imaging music?
We have a trade to announce.
That's right. Starting next week, Justin Haley, driver of the number 51 for Rick Ware Racing, will head to Spire Motorsports number 7, where current driver Corey LaJoie will now drive the 51. Ben Simmons was also going to be included in the trade, but neither Rick Ware Racing or Spire Motorsports wanted him, so he remains with the Brooklyn Nets. The Cleveland Guardians and the Milwaukee Brewers have officially clinched spots in the Major League Baseball playoffs as champions of the Central Division.
We got more winning to do.
I don't think that's the right sound, John, but we'll keep it moving.
We are winners! 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 We know we're a winning city! We're going to see you in the playoffs!
Clinching a playoff spot with the division title is also what the Central calls a good 3 days in the playoffs. Hey, that's not right. They're actually good this year, but they're going to get blown out. NASCAR driver Connor Zilisch has won his first career NASCAR Xfinity Series start at Watkins Glen International Raceway. He is yet another driver in a list that is not in front of me, thanks to my staff, of drivers who won in their first career start. We do know Ty Gibbs did it, and probably some others, but I don't have them on my list. But the important part here is, wait, rookies can actually be successful in their first start, said all of the NFL rookies. That's it for the Sports Flash this week. We'll see you next week for more. Of course, follow the show, The Sports Building, on website. That's not how I'm supposed to say it, but follow The Sports Building at Sports Building on YouTube, Sports Building, thesportsbuilding.com, I should say. Brought to you by water, official liquid of Sports Building. All right. We need to work on that outro, Dave. Just, I'm not throwing you under the bus for the script.
I feel like I've been run over with a bus.
Well, that wasn't my intention, but sorry about that. All right. You know, as you may have seen last week from my very rational take that the New England Patriots are a solid pick to win the AFC West, or NFC. That would be wild. The AFC East, excuse me. I kind of ruffle some feathers with my takes. I also said that the Major League Baseball All-Star Game was not the best of the All-Star Games, which I mean, come on. The NFL is the most popular sport. Shouldn't they have the best All-Star Game? And LeBron James plays in the other one, so shouldn't that be also as popular? But anyway, people get a little bit upset with my takes sometimes. Sometimes they call me. Actually, Dave, can we do this here? Can we open up the mailbox if we can and just find some YouTube comments that people have made here on the YouTube channel? Because I want us to go and just kind of explore for a minute the kind of reactions that some of my, well, you could say interesting or not conventional takes have gotten. So can we just find some of those?
We have a letter to announce.
Thank you. Let's read some of these real quick here. My guy, the NFL came back and said one catch should have been a touchdown, meaning Bengals are probably winning that game. The Bengals played terribly and almost won the game. You're crazy on the Patriots take. Bills are winning or maybe Jets. He must be high. Get him some milk. Bro is cooked. Laughing emojis. Facts. NASCAR is actually insane because I said F1 is overrated. Yeah, who can trust the Bills? They only won the division the last 4 years. Get a clue. The Bills are far and away the best team, best QB, and it's not even close right now. There's no driving experience quite like F1. Nerves of steel, driver needs are insane. Laughing emojis. Well, for one, F1 takes place. Thank you. I don't need to read your thank you. I don't need to read your thesis. You can save that for college. Anyway, point is, I make a lot of takes that may be considered a little crazy. Maybe considered a little bit wild. I have another.
And now, it's time for a take that's going to make you say, that's Wild West.
Carolina Panthers are doing Bryce Young real dirty. Real dirty. Now, I know he hasn't been the best quarterback, certainly. I'm not even saying he's been that good. I'm not even saying he has been serviceable. But you're messing with the wrong guy. You're messing with the wrong people. All right, Carolina? Let me tell you something about Southern California. There's a little city I like to call Pasadena, California. You heard of it? Maybe not because your team's never been anywhere near the Rose Bowl, but it's called Pasadena. It's a lovely city. In fact, I was raised in Pasadena. You know who else has ties to Pasadena? Bryce Young. Carolina Panthers, you're doing Bryce Young dirty. You don't treat people from Pasadena like that. I don't care how bad he is. You tell the man he's going to be a starter. You make that man a starter. All right? David Tepper, what have you done? Okay, outside of the business world, what have you done? Bought a Major League Soccer team? Well, how many coaches have you had? In 3-4 seasons, how many have you run through? Maybe it's not Bryce Young who's the problem. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's the people you hire. Maybe it's your staff. Maybe it's not putting this guy in the best place to succeed. And now you're going to run him out of town for Andy Dalton. Because you know what Andy Dalton has done? Oh, I'm sure more than Bryce Young. I'm calling right now on residents of Pasadena, boycott the Carolina Panthers. This is one of our own being treated like this. It's unconscionable. He's the same man you drafted. I'm tired of this bust thing too, by the way. Who's the bust? The player or the people who picked him? Because last time I checked, it's a draft system where you can pick anyone you want. So it's not so much that he's the number one pick, he didn't succeed. It's that you did a bad job at scouting because he's the same guy as before. Or maybe he was good and you ruined him. I'm just appalled on behalf of Pasadena, a city that I care about deeply, that the Carolina Panthers ruined this man's life. He said he was blindsided by the news. Well, of course, the coach came out at a press conference and said, we're going to keep him the starter. And then, Andy Dalton. Again, I'm not saying that he is the best quarterback out there. I'm not saying he's good, but I'm saying you give this man a chance, okay? You traded away Pitt. You gave the Bears. You essentially did what the Celtics did, or what the Brooklyn Nets did, where you said, hey, let's give away draft picks and get someone that we want. And the Bears are sitting there with Caleb Williams. And if you can get him an O-line, maybe you have something there, Bears. But at the very least, Carolina Panthers, give this man a chance. That's all I got.
And now, it's time for a take that's going to make you say, that's Wild West.
I feel like we should have outro where instead of it saying "and now," it's like this has been a take that's gonna make you say that's Wild West.
Listen, we hired him for one thing, and he did that one thing. He ain't doing more.
All right, very good, very good. All right, it is now time for the winners of the week. But before we get to the winners of the week, it's time for a new segment that does not have imaging, so I'm just gonna talk here. Next to me, I'm gonna bring it into the frame right now. If you're watching on YouTube at SportsBuilding, you can see it here. This is the bowl of winners. Inside of this bowl are the names of 10, hopefully, if we have time, winners of the week. I did a little peek in there. You can't, it's exciting. But it's time for the names that were outside the bowl. So I have here in front of me, and because these are not winners of the week, I will not give you any descriptions or any added context. I'm only going to give you the names of the people, places, things, the nouns that involve our winners of the week. And then we're going to open the bowl. We're going to look inside. We're going to do a countdown. That's how this show works. So without further ado, these are the snubs of the week. The people who did not make the bowl, outside the bowl, the non-winners of the week. Dan Campbell on 4th down. Grimace. Andy Dalton's career. Skibbity Jonkler. I do have to say, actually I said context for this one. Skibbity Jonkler did have a great week for the Tigers. Jack Flaherty leaves. He gets traded away, and Skibbity comes in from AAA, and he's one of the best pitchers they've had. He can do bullpen. He can spot start if you need him to spot start. He had like 4 complete game shutouts when he was in AAA. If I read correctly, I think that's correct. Anyway, so Skibbity Jonkler did not make it. The refs in South Carolina versus LSU. Those are the ones outside the bowl. Who's inside the bowl for a win of the week? John, hit me with the imaging.
It's time for the best countdown in sports radio. From 10 to 1, here are the informal programs.
Winners! Winners! Winners!
All right. This is a very exciting time. I feel like this is the Champions League draw and the Oscar nominations all rolled in together. It's time to look inside the bowl. How much time do we have? Oh, we only have time for 7. Wonderful. One day we're going to have all 10. Anyway, from 10 to 1, starting with 7. Let's go.
It's number 7.
Coming in at number 7, Arch Manning's ability to run. Now, you may have seen in Star Wars Episode 9, which I'm not here to talk about that.
We have another
letter
to announce.
Really? Ray Skywalker? Listen, people. First of all, this is a sports show. Second of all, I'm not relitigating the new trilogy. I'm just saying that in the new trilogy, we had... No!
We have another
letter
to announce.
I'm not doing this, okay? Not today, not ever. Okay? I know some of you hate the new trilogy. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to quote a line from the movie. I can do that. Turn him off. Is he quiet? Okay. Just checking. Let me fix my cord here. In the episode 9 of Star Wars, there's a line. They fly now? That's how we all felt watching a Manning run for more than like 12 yards.
What?
Arch Manning went about 76 yards for a touchdown.
What?
That's right, for Texas after Quinn Ewers got injured. So the Mannings, yes, they can throw footballs, and now we have a Manning who can run.
What?
Yes, the Mannings, they run now.
At number 6.
Coming in at number 6 in the bowl, Shams Charania. Now, those of you who are big-time sports fans know Shams Charania was Woj's arch enemy. And some of you are saying, who's Woj? Well, Woj was the insider for ESPN when it comes to basketball. He broke all things. When he didn't break all news stories, Shams Charania broke them. Well, it was announced this week that Adrian Wojnarowski, affectionately known as Woj, but not really affectionately, it's because no one could pronounce his name, he is retiring to go become the general manager of St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies, which now means that Woj is atop the mountain as the only major insider on social media, which means that he is number 6 winner of the week. Now, your top 5.
Here's number 5.
Coming in at number 5, the LA Galaxy in the second half of El Tráfico. Locals know that El Tráfico, I won't say maybe, I will say it is the fiercest rivalry in Los Angeles.
What?
No, it's true. The very first El Tráfico game, excuse me, I'm getting choked up just talking about it. The very first El Tráfico game, the second, I should say, the first in Los Angeles, actually, because let me tell you something. It wasn't like Carson was, tech within the city limits or whatever. Anyway, if you have a mayor, you're not a part of Los Angeles. Just a good rule of thumb. Anyway.
Does Carson have a mayor?
Look it up.
They did, but he didn't do much.
You know the mayor of Inglewood's name?
We're not. Come on. Don't do that. I'm not doing that. You can look it up yourself. See what the mayor of Inglewood's name is.
The Honorable.
No.
James T. Butts?
Oh, shut up. Get out. Go. Just go. Yeah, that's his name.
But honorably.
Yes, Dave. Get out. Anyway, as someone who has been to early El Tráficos, who has seen it, who has witnessed from the outside, because I didn't go inside, I wanted to see the fireworks, but has witnessed the largest crowd in L.A. football, soccer, in MLS history at the Rose Bowl, I can tell you that the hottest rivalry in Los Angeles by far is El Tráfico. Does that require a disclaimer? Okay, it does. Let's do this and fine.
And now, it's time for a take that's going to make you say, that's Wild West.
All right, we're getting sidetracked here. El Tráfico, LA Galaxy, LAFC is the most intense, the best, and the deepest rivalry Los Angeles has. Dodgers, Angels, okay. Kings, Ducks, okay. Rams, Chargers, not even really a rivalry. USC, UCLA, depends on the year. It doesn't matter who's playing. It doesn't matter where they're playing. It doesn't matter when. LA Galaxy, LAFC, El Tráfico is going to be fireworks. It's the best rivalry the city has.
And now, it's time for a take that's going to make you say, that's Wild West.
All right. Anyway, getting back to the list here at number 5. Can we just play the imaging again? Because I feel like we lost the plot entirely, John.
Here's number 5.
So again, coming at number 5, LA Galaxy in the second half of El Tráfico. In the first half, they were down 2-0. Where have you heard this story before? LA Galaxy trailing in El Tráfico. They scored how many LeBron James in the second half to win the game? LeBron, is he here?
Not 2, not 3.
That's right. They scored 4 goals to win 4-2. That puts them at number 5, winner of the week.
At number 4?
Coming in at number 4, Caitlin Clark's aura. I was going to put her scoring ability because she set a new point-scoring record for rookies, but it was just announced that she is won Rookie of the Year. Caitlin Clark, one of the best players in the WNBA, and I really hope that mailbox is shut down because I'm not dealing with the messages today about Caitlin Clark. Nope.
We have a letter to announce.
I am not reading any letters about Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, why when Angel Reese, before she was injured, she misses a bunch of shots, and so that's why she had so many rebounds. No, not today. I'm not doing it. Anyway, Caitlin Clark's aura, because she can score, she can pass, she can assist, she can stimulate an entire economy, she can lead the Fever to the playoffs. When did the WNBA playoffs start, Dave? He doesn't know. Anyway, but when they are, we will cover it here on Sports Building, even though the sparks aren't in them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your top 3.
And now, your top 3.
Hey, that's what I just said. Coming at number 3, Asia Wilson's scoring ability. See, we can talk about the WNBA more than just Caitlin Clark. Asia Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces became the first WNBA player in WNBA history to score 1,000 points in a season.
Congratulations!
Will the Las Vegas Aces get a three-peat? We'll find out later. But now let's find out who the top 2 are. This is very exciting. Maybe there are some people out there who are saying, man, there's some big things that happened this week you haven't heard about. Are they 2? Are they 1? Let's find out in the bowl.
This is number 2.
What? What in the world? Coming in at number 2, Coming in at number 2. Shohei Ohtani versus the Marlins on September 19th. How in the world is that number 2?
What?
How is that number 2? Shohei Ohtani, let me get this scoreline straight. 2 stolen bases, 3 home runs. LeBron James, how many home runs did Shohei Ohtani hit in that game?
Not 2.
That's right. He hit 3 home runs in that game, 10 RBIs, a triple away from the cycle, and on top of it, became the first player in Major League Baseball history to have a 50 home run, 50 stolen base season, and on top of it, set the Dodgers record for most home runs in a season, passing Sean Green. All of those things happened not over the course of a few days, not over the course of a series, happened in one game. Shohei Ohtani with the Wilt Chamberlain game of Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani doing things we have never seen on a baseball field. Shohei Ohtani lighting up position players who decide to throw a 68-mile-per-hour some sort of ball to him. But somehow, according to the Bowl, that's not number 1? Okay. Let's see where the Bowl's going with this. Let's find out who the winner of the week is.
Here's number 1.
Coming in at number you are wrong for this. Coming in at number 1, the Falcons after the 2-minute warning.
We are winners! Winners!
For those of you who watch Monday Night Football, you may have seen the Philadelphia Eagles take a late lead, appear to have won the game until Saquon Barkley dropped a pass. That allowed Kirk Cousins to march down the field as if he were a general leading troops against a very, not good force on the other end, quickly allowing the Atlanta Falcons to score the winning touchdown. Then an interception by Jalen Hurts sealed the game. And the Atlanta Falcons, yes, the Atlanta Falcons, the team that blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl, won a late game in a comeback. And despite Shohei Ohtani giving the stat line that I just gave you, that somehow joining a list of wonderful winners, including Caleb Williams for one preseason game, the Big Ten Maps commercial, and last week, the Pac-12 as our winner of the week. I'm in shock. I'll talk to you next week. This show has been loosely produced by Dave Rogers, sound engineering by John Beanie, New Snail with the facts and research. I have been the host. You have been the audience. Thanks so much for listening and visiting the Sports Building. We'll be back next week. Till then, bye.
This is the Informal Post Show.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
I felt we need an investigation into the Bull. Was he paid? How did that happen?
I mean, I know football's king, but the Falcons?